When I grow up, I'm going to be a teacher.
I wanted to be a doctor.
I plan to go to college.
There's an entire generation of children whose potential is being lost, whose voices will not be heard if they don't get that quality education.
If you grow up in a poor neighborhood and don't graduate from high school, you have no shot at participating in the 21st century life.
We're going to learn by the end of this lesson what the main goal of the civil rights movement was.
They deserve a quality education, and they've been cheated out of one.
Teach for America's mission is to ensure that all children have the opportunity to receive an excellent education.
How many fits can I put in one hole? Joey?
Teach for America is enlisting the most talented future leaders of this country to commit to teach in low-income communities for 2 years, becoming lifelong advocates for our kids and for a voice of change across the nation.
We're going to write down as many features you could think of for that type of functional text and as many examples. As a 6th grade language arts teacher, I was shocked when I first got some of my students coming in at the beginning of the year who had difficulties sounding out words that should have been easy for them in 1st and 2nd and 3rd grade. If somebody tells you what they think, that's a what? Opinion. Okay, and then if it's the opposite, facts. Facts. There you go. I came out of a low-income community. My parents immigrated here. They didn't speak English, so I really wanted to come into the classroom and say, here I am as an example, like if I could do it, you could do it.
When I come to school, I won't feel like tired, like wanting to go to sleep. Instead, I'm coming excited to learn about language arts.
What are we going to do with these numbers on the outside? Go. -9, -9, radical 6. Thank you very much. When I got my students in August, I still had students who could barely add and subtract, multiply and divide, and up to this point, it's a complete, utter change. 6 radical 2 is correct, so break it down. I have students who can do very complex exponent rules with positive and negative numbers, with addition and multiplication. It's letting me know that I am doing something that is valuable to the 150 students that I see on a daily basis. And that's not something I could say that I could have done in almost any other profession. All right, so go ahead and flip your notes back over, and just do those first 2 examples.
It touches the y-axis. What do you think that's called? I grew up in a very impoverished area in the North Mississippi Delta. From the 4th grade to the 8th grade, I was fortunate enough to have all reading teachers that were Teach for America Corps members. And so when I went to high school, I was able to read and teach myself things that I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't have those literacy skills. A lot of my friends weren't able to have the same options that I have because they weren't able to be in a classroom with a quality teacher. So I really think that Teach for America really did pave the way for me, and I just feel a responsibility to come back and do the same thing for my students.
Why does the Earth have seasons? Awesome, because the Earth is tilted.
The way he does experiments, he does it really fun. He helps me understand stuff that I didn't understand before.
Short term, you want to get talented people into the classroom right now to help close the achievement gap. And I think the long-term goal is that after you do your 2 years, you'll either stay in the classroom, be a great teacher, or you can go into other areas, but you'll still be mindful of the work that you did in your commitment.
I can definitely see how my experience as a Corps member has made me a better leader and better able to manage a staff and better able to manage a project. All of those things are incredibly important lessons that I bring to my work now as a nonprofit leader and as an education policy advocate.
When I was in Teach for America, I developed a level of confidence, time management skills, planning, patience, ability to move quickly on the fly. I was 22 years old and I was CEO of my classroom. It's the first thing I talk about in any interview because it defined so clearly how I think about the world.
Teach for America was about introducing equity into unequal starting points for children. And I realized that that is the type of context that I want to orient my professional life, no matter what I did, whether that be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, that I want to address real people's lives.
We want people who are going to think broadly about their interactions in the world around them and what type of impact they want to have on the world around them. And I think Teach for America alumni definitely have that mindset and they have those values.
You can't walk away not transformed by this experience because you want to work for social justice, you want to work on behalf of kids. But second, because you fundamentally understand what it takes to be a leader. And once you've understood that, it never leaves you.
What makes solid paragraphs? What are the key steps?
In many of those schools where you see that remarkable transformation, you see large numbers of Teach for America alumni. These are the folks who are going to become the curriculum leaders, the executive directors, the principals, the heads of foundations, the folks that might go into politics so that the conversation about education takes a more informed tone that is completely redefining what is possible in our schools.
At the local level, at the neighborhood level, these Teach for America core members are helping transform our school system and making an even playing field across the city.
Our core members fit in like a glove, sometimes asking for guidance, and our veteran teachers have also been very accepting of our core members because they see that they're coming in with a lot of energy, a lot of great ideas, a lot of very good training that the program provides for them.
We have lots of core members that come straight from graduating from college. We have people who are career changers, and I think they bring a really diverse and wonderful perspective to our work as well.
Yes, I'm paid a salary, which is great. I'm able to pay my bills on time, but it's so much more than that. It's about my students at the end of the day. And that's why you join the Core, to work with kids and for them and on their benefit and behalf.
Teach for America is building a movement across this country to eliminate educational inequity. And we need every single one of you to make the commitment to be a part of this.
Coming to Teach for America, you'll be on the ground, be in the community, working with students, and really help produce long-term sustainable change.
To see a student just get it is the best feeling you can ever have.
What would integration look like? Somebody walk me through this.
One individual can make a serious difference in the lives of children. And one of the great hopes for America at a time when we're so troubled as a nation is Teach for America.
Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. You guys have definitely got it.
It feels good to know that I am inspiring students and letting them know that college is attainable, letting them know that there's so many things that you can do.
I was thinking to be a nurse because I really like helping people. I want to be a dentist. Scientist, president.